Like and subscribe now, or you're gonna have bad luck this week.
All people are special and unique in their own ways. In fact, some people have abilities that could amaze you. These include things that you may have never thought about or figured were even possible. From hypermobility to sneezing with eyes open, here are 10 things only a select few can do. Number 10. Hypermobility. Let's start by diving into your childhood. Growing up, were you that kid at the party who could twist their body into a pretzel or bend your fingers all the way backwards? Hyperextending a limb may feel normal to you, and most of the time, if you're so-called double-jointed, it's not harmful to your body. In fact, you should feel special, as only 25% of the world can move a joint beyond the limit. You might be surprised to know that there's no such thing as being double-jointed in reality. The term implies that you have two joints, where there should be one, which isn't possible. What people think of as double-jointedness is actually hypermobility, or joints that can move beyond the typical range. With this ability, people can bend their limbs backwards and also completely twist their arms. Some are even able to stretch their legs to their backs. It might look disgusting, but this really is a fascinating ability. So don't feel bad if you have it. Feel proud that you are different. Number 9. Gleeking. Even though this one is really disgusting, some people still have a talent for it. For anyone not up on the weird, gross school kid pranks, gleeking is an advanced form of spitting. It's popular coast to coast and has been for decades. Some people accidentally shooting spit out of their mouth when their tongue moves forward. This is called gleeking, and it's an advanced form of spitting. Gleeking is spraying saliva from under your tongue. It comes out in a mist. Many of us have gleeked accidentally, but apparently, if you find a mentor to give you instruction and you abandon homework and all other activities, you can eventually train yourself to gleek at will. Gleekers may have a large amount of saliva built up in their salivary ducts, allowing them to project more saliva when they gleek. So, if you think that's just water, think again. Number 8. Bend the last thumb joint. Known as the hitchhiker's thumb, it is a physiological phenomenon in which the upper phalanx of the thumb can bend 90 degrees in the direction opposite to the palm. The hyperextensibility is caused by the presence of a special gene known as the bendy thumb gene. The distal joint plays an important role in keeping the thumb straight. When the distal joint hyperextends, the thumb can bend backwards, creating the hitchhiker's thumb. Having a hitchhiker's thumb is neither an advantage nor disadvantage, as this type of bending does not affect the functions of the thumb, nor cause any pain to it, but it does help you show off your bending skills. Such a feature is inherited and occurs in about 15% of people. Number 7. Wiggling ears. Contrary to other muscles around the facial area, ear muscles have an auxiliary muscle around the brain. The size of the human nucleus is comparatively smaller than the animal nucleus. Approximately 22% of people on the planet are capable of wiggling one ear, while no more than 18 can do it with both ears. But this was not always like that. Our distant ancestors used to be true virtuosos in making all sorts of movements with these body parts. The fact is that the muscle responsible for ear movement was once well developed in humans, but became redundant in the course of evolution. Is there a way to learn how to wiggle your ears? Sure. Firstly, you need to notice the muscles that are responsible for this move. You can be aware of these muscles by either smiling or clenching your teeth. Do you notice a movement around your ears when making one of these moves? If you do enough practice, you'll soon gain the ability to wiggle your ears. Another easier way to go back in time. Which one are you going to choose? Number 6. Sneezing with eyes open. This is one thing literally only less than 1% of the whole population in the world can do. While it might be hard to try right now, you can check later when you smell black pepper. Most people just cannot sneeze with their eyes open. Cranial nerves link the nose and the eyes. Because of this, when you sneeze, you automatically close your eyes. The easy explanation of this phenomenon is that your eyeballs will flip out of your face. Although this possibly is rare, there are some actual cases around the history of people losing their eyes this way. Scientists claim that this is an involuntary reflex to avoid microbes from getting into your eyes. Number 5. tickling yourself. Are you ticklish too? And sometimes get heckled by friends and get tickled just because they think your laugh is funny? It doesn't matter how ticklish you are, it's just impossible to tickle yourself. Don't believe us? Go ahead and try. For most people, it's nearly impossible to tickle yourself. This is because tickling is all about the art of surprise. Your brain picks up on the sensation that causes feelings of tickling and controls it before it affects you. Still, it's not possible. People with schizophrenic-like traits are able to tickle themselves due to their brains not realizing that the sensations are voluntary. Number 4. Twisting tongue. While we are still on the subject of the tongue, we might as well mention the fascinating thing this body part can do. But only a few humans and animals are blessed with this ability. The triple pipe is a trick that only a few can perform. In this trick, the tongue turns 180 degrees. When it comes to the flexible tongue skill, a certain tongue length and muscle tone are a must. In addition to genetics, the environment can also be a factor in this trait's formation. For example, Indians are particularly likely to have flexible tongues. Scientists believe that this has to do with the peculiarities of their language. The extent of tongue flexibility may vary. Researchers even went as far as to conduct a special study on subjects. 63% of the test participants managed to fold their tongues into a roll, 14% managed to bend it in half, and less than 1% were able to shape their tongue into a triple pipe. Which category are you in? Number 3. Touch nose with your tongue. Ever saw someone with a long tongue and wondered if they could touch their nose with that tongue or not? Well, the ability to touch the nose tip with the tongue is called the Gorlin sign. Most people's tongues don't reach that far out, but some people can actually touch their nose or chin with the tip of their tongue in what is known as the Gorlin sign. Just nearly 10% of the world's population can perform this motion. Even fewer, only 1%, can actually touch their elbow. There is one person who can not only lick their nose, chin, and elbow, but also their eyes. Gurkari Bracho Blaque has a titanic tongue, which measures 4.5 inches and could be a possible record breaker. She first realized it was really long when her friends wanted her to show them if she could lick her eye, and when she tried, she was able to do it easily. Gurkari stretched it for a week so it could get longer to see if she could touch her ear. She now believes that she may have the world's longest tongue in the world. The 20-year-old's tongue is so long that she can use it to touch her elbow, her earlobe, and even lick her eye. We are sure that a normal person wouldn't want to do that anyway, but record holders are just born differently. She doesn't hold the record right now, but we hope she gets it. Number 2. Putting fists in mouth. You might have seen kids put fists in their mouths. They make this move when their teeth are growing, but toddlers don't really count because baby fists are small and they can easily fit inside mouths. Most adults cannot perform this action because their fists are much bigger. Stop trying it. You look stupid, but some actual people can put their fists inside their mouths. You can try, but don't force yourself if you don't want to end up in the hospital. Number 1. Raising eyebrow. Facial expressions are the most prominent way to describe your emotional state and to express yourself. At the same time, there are many facial expressions that only some people can make. There's one facial expression that we all have tried at some point in our life. Well, at least I've tried it. Most people can only raise either their right or left eyebrow. The ability to raise both eyebrows is quite rare. However, it is possible to develop this talent with practice. Go in front of a mirror, pull one of your eyebrows downward, and try to raise the other one. After enough practice, you'll notice the muscles around your eyebrows. Soon you'll be able to do it without the help of your hands. The necessity of this talent is absolutely debatable. If you're trying to do it right, maybe wait a little while. Which one of these things can you do? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.